Hi there. Well, can you believe it? I was so restrained at the quilt show, but I'm going to Japan and I'm going to Harvey Bay, and I know that I'll want to have a spend up, but I've got a few bits and pieces, but I'm like, I can't believe that I came home with this tiny little bundle. Normally, it takes me ages to unpack, but I was very good. It was nice to look at things. I looked at the stalls that had Japanese fabrics and fell in love with the vintage shibori dyed fabrics that I know that I'm going to be looking out for. So after this little haul share, I will put together all the little videos and you'll see what I've done. We saw the beautiful quilts were just stunning, and I couldn't even possibly do them justice, but I show you a couple. There's a couple of funny photos of all of us that got together. There was lots of us stitching buddies that we caught up with from all over the state, so that was lovely to do. Susanna bombs one of my bits, but anyway, that's her. I bought this Tula Pink. I fell in love with this. Somebody gave me a piece different to this one, but I love these beautiful fluoro colours, these neon colours. They're just right up my alley at the minute. So I bought that piece. I bought a little bit of, who is it? Oh, God, my brain left just then. Liberty in the fluoro colours, so that was like a fat eighth, $5. I bought some narrow lace that I want to use when we go to do Corinne's workshop. We need narrow lace for the embellishments on her little houses. And so I bought this piece and I bought this piece that I really loved. Oh, that's not a great place to show you, is it? That one's gorgeous. That one's gorgeous. And well, I have some lace. I don't have a heap of narrow lace. So that one was lovely. I bought this one, gorgeous vintage pack, $10. It says 19 and a quarter yards. I mean, it's a nylon one. So it's got that sort of going on there, but I love this little bit of trim here. Fell in love with that. Lucello, my favourite stall, had these little fabric packs. Not going to open it. $12 pieces. Like that. And I liked this one from Lucello as well. That's it. That's all I bought. Can you believe it? I don't think I've ever gone to a quilt show and only bought this amount of stuff. But like I said, I'm off to Japan and when we go to do the course with Corinne, we'll go to her favourite patchwork shops. There's a bit of shadow going on there. How cute are they? They only had it in the one colourway, which was a bit sad, but anyway, I really liked it. So the next bit, you'll see me walking in. You'll see me doing a little bit of stuff about the quilts. Some of those quilts were absolutely amazing. I don't think that I've ever seen anything like they totally blew my mind. They were tiny little bits of fabric, the mosaic type look, machine quilted, so machine stitched. So the fabric was raw edge and then machined around. The precision in their stitching, some freestyle machine stitching, which allows a little bit more freedom of movement. But oh my gosh, I don't even know how you find that many pieces of fabric in those colours. Maybe they dye them, I don't really know, didn't look into it. The international ones, the Italian girls, they just blew the quilts away. There's also a little bit about Karen from school, no, what is it? Railway Cottage Studio, her lovely quilt, and Kate from Kate and the Nest, you'll see that. And I've put, a couple of photos, one of which is the company, Patchwork Ninja, who I'm going to Japan with. So, yeah, I just did that because I was happy to have a chat with him and say, oh, I'm Dawn and I've booked it with you. And he was like, I've just come back from Japan, and we had a little bit of a chat. So that was kind of nice. Cool. Like I said, the vintage shibori and kimono fabrics that another stall had, not him, but another stall had it. I could have spent my children's inheritance. But anyway, I didn't. So that's all right. This is all I bought. Can you believe it? I can't. Such a small amount. Lucello is always a beautiful place to shop. And because I've, gone a bit mad on these neon colours and a little bit of lace. Cool. All right. Hope you enjoy watching a little bit about the Royal Exhibition buildings here in Melbourne. I did a little bit of research and was sort of a bit stunned myself. It opened in 1901. No, 1901. Sorry, 1901. But I don't know when it was built. I couldn't find that bit of information out. But it's always been there. I remember going to a ball back in the day when you went to balls and, a boyfriend friend asked me to go, and he said, oh, when you come to this place, yep, all right, do I have to dress up? No, you don't have to dress up. Oh, my God. I arrived in, nice looking outfit, and everybody else came in their diamonds and pearls and their fur coats, and I was like, I just wanted to slap him. I couldn't believe that he'd said to me, no, you don't have to dress up. And I'm like, oh my God, I did have to dress up. But it's always been there for sort of like global trade exhibition types. That's what it was set up for. And the quilt show is there once a year, and we've been lots of times. And it now has the museum is on the same grounds. The Melbourne Museum was a tiny little building in town. I'll tell you all of that. The inside of the exhibition buildings is looking a little tired. It could probably do with a little bit of a facelift, but it looks like they're trying to do something. But yeah, it's a lovely venue, heaps of stalls, heaps of people. And we met up with some of our stitching buddies that we'd met in Ballarat, so that was lovely. Corinne was busy doing things at her place, which is, 3,000 miles away from here. Well, maybe not that many, but, probably close, probably 2. And so, yeah, a long way away. For her to come down and meet with us, all us Victorians were there. Yeah, we had a great day. A little tired now. There might have been an egg on toast. Couldn't be bothered doing anything else for tea. But I thought I'll share this with you because tomorrow I'm off helping my mum get herself sorted out to get her house on the market. And it'll be Sunday before I know it. So I thought, I'm going to jump in, share this with you, and hope you enjoy it. Little bits, little tiny beanie bits all joined together, but the quilts were amazing. Cool. All right. Hope you enjoy. Bye. Hi there. Well, here we are at the exhibition buildings. This is where the quilt show is. And what I read about it is it was opened in 1901 for the first sitting of Parliament, Federal Parliament, which is interesting, but it's now World Heritage Site, recognised by UNESCO. It was the first one in Victoria to be recognised that. As a young country, we don't boast those thousands of year old cathedrals, but we've got this one. Cool. All right, I'll talk to you again. It's set in the Carlton Gardens, and the Carlton Gardens are part of the World Heritage Site as well. Pretty fountain over there. On the same grounds as the Melbourne Museum. When I grew up, it was a little tiny building in the middle of the city, but now we've got this big modern building for the museum. All our kids love that opportunity, but yeah, cool. I'm just going to keep coming back and doing little bits like this. This is sort of upstairs. We're standing in a queue waiting for a cuppa. The queue is a bit long. The others are still on the tram. We're waiting for them. Corinne reckons she's here too, but she's going to dodge us, ha.
Do you want a handful?
I don't need to say anything, I don't think. You can see
strap?
it all. I really had to look at these quilts and right up close because I just couldn't believe when I saw them the amount of work. But you know, it's little bits of fabric that are all stitched on individually, but it is done by machine. But still, oh my gosh, look how clever. Look at her skin on her legs. These quilts totally stunned me. This was an international collection, and this lady was from Italy. Oh my gosh, amazing stuff. I'm going to keep walking. I can't even begin to show you everything. You know, the quilts are just like totally amazing. This quilt is from one of our lovely YouTubers, Karen. Hi Karen, if you're watching, your quilt's gorgeous. The challenge was on the map, and Karen is from Railway Cottage Studio. Sorry, I didn't say that. Her YouTube channel is that, and I don't know if it's going to focus, is it? It doesn't want to, never mind. Yeah. Gorgeous, look at all the little Suffolk puffs all the way up the edges. So beautiful. Really gorgeous. Lovely, Karen. Good job. Wondered why you'd been so quiet on YouTube. Now I know. And I found Kate from Kate and the Nest's quilt with all her doilies and flowers. I think she's entitled it one flower at a time, hand stitched on a tablecloth. Cool, lovely Kate. Good on you. This is another one that caught our eye. This is a bottle with a ship in it. The detail stitching and sewing is unbelievable. The waves have got some, looks like freestyle machine embroidery on it. I know I can't, trying to see where my finger is in relation to you. See around here. But then these little bits here are all normal machine stitch, like the control of the sewing machine. Oh, I wish. Just stunning. This lady's from Italy as well. You know, when you step back, it's amazing. Sorry. So this is just amazing. Vivian Lee from Gone with the Wind. These are all tiny little squares. Like, the detail is stunning. I'm going to get up right up close so you can see how little the squares are. They're probably like an inch square, all machine stitched together and then quilted over the top. How unbelievable. Like, you have to step back to see the effect of it, and it's just, the category was called, it's a lady in Victoria. It's art or pictorial quilt. That was the category. How amazing is that?
Susanna.
Susanna's here behind me, poking her nose in. Cool.
You're gonna have it on a channel.
Yeah, no,
We'll definitely be doing a haul.
I'm going to. Sorry.
Gorgeous, absolutely
All right, I'm
gorgeous.
going, and we're getting bumped all over the place here.